Bring my life, baby, bring my life. And I just see now doing this. Reason I just see you, babe. And make it fine, and make it right. And make it fine, and make it right.
So I'm back. This is going to be the foundation routine, highlighting and contouring for my dramatic kind of normal everyday, maybe a little bit over the top today kind of look. So if you'd like to see the makeup tutorial on my eyes, click on the link in the description box below. I'm going to be going in with this Mary Kay oil mattifier, and this is because I've got really oily skin around my T-zone area, so I just like to make sure that that's kept under control. So I'm going to apply that on my nose. Next, I'm going to be using my primer, and this is the Urban Decay Pore Perfection Primer. And I'm just going to apply that sparingly on my face, and it's going to help make the foundation, concealer all glide on nicely. Go in with my MAC Conceal and Correct palette in dark. So I basically use this to do some color correction underneath my eyes, around the mouth, and to highlight and contour. So I'm going to be going in with the Real Techniques blending brush, and I'm going to be going in with this orange color, which I'm going to use to kind of color correct the color underneath my eyes and around my mouth. And I'm just going to apply that and blend. I'm going to apply that at the corner of my nose as well, because I need some color correction there as well. It's quite dark. And then we're going around my mouth as well. I know I'm looking hella crazy right now, but it'll all come together. Trust me. What's that? I don't know. Going in with this ochre color, and I'm just gonna rub the palette, rub it under, and then in a patting motion put it under the eye. So basically just applying it where the orange was and dragging it on there as well. And now I'm going to be going in with my Real Techniques Miracle Spray. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Spray. I'm going to use the tip of it. I'm just going to spray that, just to make it nice and damp so it's easier to work with. And in the patting motion, I'm just going to push that concealer into my skin. Now I'm going to go in with the Sleek illuminating liquid cream. So it's basically just like a highlighter for your face. I basically just use it underneath my foundation. So I'm just going to apply that to my cheeks, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. Nothing too major. And then I'm going to blend that out with a nice brush. And give my face a nice sheen. I'm going to be using my Mary Kay concealer, and it's Bronze 1 concealer. I always like to use the back of my hand for this, so I'm just going to put a little bit at a time and kind of work it with my finger just to keep it getting nice and warm. Make it pliable. I'm just going to go under the eye and around the nose. And with the same Real Techniques brush, I'll just give it a nice little spray and blend that in. Just in a patting motion. And the rest of the product on it, I'm just going to go over my mouth. Just tapping that in. With the same palette, I'm going to be going in with this dark color, which is NW55. So I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and just starting from here and just blend it down in the corner of my nose to create that shape. I'm going to do the same on my cheek. Just the places I'd like to make look slimmer. Here as well. And I'm going to go with that ochre color and just take that on my nose. Now you want to make sure you blend that out nicely. So I'm going to be using the same Miracle Sponge, spray it, but this time I'm going to be using the flatter edge of it. And just don't bother, just go in, don't worry about that you're blending it out too much because we're going to contour again. This process does take a lot of blending, it does take a lot of time, but the end result is so worth it. I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay Foundation in Caramel. And just going to apply it on my hand, just a little bit. I'm just going to apply it to the perimeters of my face, trying to avoid where I put the concealer, but not avoiding where I put the contour. Using the same Miracle Sponge, I'm just going to go in a patting motion, kind of take that into the edges of the concealer so that it's a seamless blend. And just go in a patting motion and push that product into my skin. Just go. I want to get to your neck as well, making sure that it's all nicely blended. Edges of your face. You can see that's coming out and looking flawless. The key about this is to blend. Oh god, this Miracle Sponge is like the best thing ever. Just love it. It's gorgeous. You can still see part of the contour. You can still see it, and we're going to redefine that in a little bit. Now we want to set it. So I'm going to be setting the under eye concealer with my Ben Nye Banana Powder. And go on my chin as well, around my mouth. And I'm going to leave some on there just to help give it a more highlighted look, and we're going to dust it off in a bit. Now we're just going to redefine that contour. So I'm going to be using this Face Contour Kit by Sleek in dark. And I'm going to be applying that to my nose with this nice fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm just going to take a little bit at a time of the dark brown color and just kind of trace where I put that initial concealer and just bring it down my nose a little bit, but not too much. So just in a tapping motion, take a little bit and just define the nose. That's my husband. Just came in. Take a little bit of that and just tap it on my nose. A little bit of the highlight color. This is just a wonderful sponge. You can use it for everything and anything, honestly. Like, it's so gorgeous. So I'm just tapping that on there. And then with the base of it, where we had the foundation on it, I'm just going over that contour, making sure that it's seamlessly blended and you don't have any harsh lines on the side. And now with my Real Techniques brush, I don't know what it is, I'm just going to take a little bit of that product and kind of contour my cheeks again and my chin, just kind of slimming it down a little bit, making it look really slim. So I'm concentrating on the edge and then bringing whatever I've got left to the front. I'm really making sure that that's not harsh, so it's kind of really blended in. I'm taking a little bit more of the product and I'm just gonna kind of define the edges of my face. You want to highlight the parts that you're most proud of and kind of hide and slim down the places that you're not too proud of. So you want to make sure that's all blended in. Now we're going to set the foundation. So basically I usually use my Benlite Topaz powder, just going over the face and the neck. A little goes a long way with this. You don't want to use too much. Next I'm going to be going in with my bronzer, and this is from Maybelline. I'm just going to use the same brush. And I like to apply the bronzer where I put my contour. And just take that up a little bit. Corner of my nose. Just take that there. Blush time! It's blush time! So for this, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. blush, and this is a baked blush. Now, if you want to get this effect on your face, look at how gorgeous that is. I find that whatever blush you're using, always spray it with either your Max Fix or your All Nighter from Urban Decay or your e.l.f. setting spray. Whatever spray you've got, spray it, okay? And then rub it on the blush. And it gives that effect on your face. We're going to do that. Can you see that? Look at that. I'm taking it up as well. My hair gets in the way of everything. I'm taking it up. Look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous. And I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush. Beautiful blush. I love this e.l.f. blush. And this is called Rich Rose. Now I'm just gonna highlight my underneath my eye, my chin and forehead, and I'm gonna be using Gold Deposit from MAC. It's this gorgeous golden color, and I like using it with my blush brush. So just tapping it. I'm going right there on my chin. Just right on top of the blush. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And forehead. And to finish off the whole foundation and the whole look, I would obviously put my lipstick on. I would set my face with the e.l.f. mist and set spray, but because I'm not done with this whole look, this is just basically the foundation and contour and highlighting routine that I like to do now. So if you want to watch the rest of this tutorial and also how I got this eye look, the link will be in the description box.